Hello friends! I have been selling Goteks on eBay for a long time, and there have been those asking if I sell a Gotek mount for the Amiga 500. Up until now the answer has been no for two reasons. One, I wasn't happy with current designs, and I wasn't sure that a good turnkey solution was possible. And two, I was concerned about how long it would take me to manufacture them and therefore offer them at a reasonable price. As you may know, I did design an Amiga 500 Gotek mount based upon Ashesman's A1200 mount on Thingiverse. There is a link to that video in the description in case you haven't seen it. Although I have received many compliments and requests, that design is extremely labor-intensive with tons of parts, definitely not practical to sell at a reasonable price point. So I asked myself, is there a way to make a simple Amiga 500 mount that I could sell on eBay to fill the need? Amiga 500 mounts for Goteks have been around for years. You can find them on Thingiverse. That's my design right there, in fact. Many of these other designs put the display location facing to the right. It causes you to have to bend down at a weird angle or lift up your Amiga to see it. These days we are all spoiled by the 0.96-inch OLED screens, rotary encoders, and speakers built into the latest Goteks. Correction, Goteks still come without internal speakers from the factory, but I add them to the ones that I sell. Is there any way for me to keep all those features without sacrificing ease of install and price point? Yes, as it turns out. The biggest hurdle in my mind is how to make the OLED screen easily visible from a normal position. The designs that you'll find on Thingiverse where you place the OLED on top of the Amiga seemed like a good idea until I saw this mess. No offense, some of my Amigas have had wires strewn about inside, but this is not what I consider to be turnkey. My challenge is to design a system that allows a buyer to simply remove the Gotek from the case and put it into the Amiga without doing any extra wiring. And here it is. I sell just the bare bracket with the OLED housing, or as a complete system kit with a Gotek. So let's show how to install it. We are going to start with mounting a regular Gotek onto my bracket. You just need a number 2 screwdriver to remove the Gotek from its case, a number 1 screwdriver for the hardware I include, and a T9 Torx screwdriver for the Amiga 500. First, remove the Gotek from its case. The rotary encoder assembly can be fiddly to remove. Just take your time. Note that I am not disconnecting any of the accessories from the Gotek. I did mention this was turnkey, right? Next, screw the Gotek PCB to my mount with the included screws. Yes, I will include all the hardware. Did I mention this is turnkey? Once the Gotek PCB is secured with 3 screws, rotate the rotary encoder board 180 degrees and secure it to my mount with the included spacer. Now let's open up our Amiga 500 with the T9 screwdriver, assuming the factory screws are still there. There are 6 of them. Let's next remove the floppy drive. 1 screw on the front with a ground strap from the keyboard, then 3 on the bottom. Disconnect the ribbon and power cables. So my mount screws to the old drive mounting locations, using the new hardware provided. The EMI shield on most Amigas has been removed and discarded, but on this very original one of mine it is still in place. I recommend removing it in order to plug in the ribbon and power cables. In order to accommodate my turnkey design, the ribbon cable is stretched to its limit in order to reach. In my two A500s, the cable barely reached when I reformed it, as you see here. Make your own judgments on whether to reinstall the EMI shield, but if you do, I recommend adding a piece of electrical tape here to protect the cables from the sharp edge of the shield. One other small item is the activity LED, which needs to be moved out of the way, making sure not to leave the leads touching each other or anything else. When reinstalling the top cover, snake the OLED through the drive hole just to the left side of the USB port. And then install the 6 case screws. The last step is to install the OLED holder. There is just barely enough length on these jumpers, as you can see. Push the screen into the holder and press the holder onto the Amiga. Oh, and of course install the knob, making sure not to push it on too far. Otherwise you will not be able to press it to make selections. You may consider gluing the knob if you wish, as the Gotek is completely removable with the knob in place. As you can see, even my bulky USB thumb drive will fit with no problems. Now for the test and demonstration. If you have an external drive adapter, you can plug your internal drive into it and it will work as a second drive. I sell this external drive adapter in my eBay store. So that is it for this project. Please consider buying one of these from me. I sell them as a parts kit for those that already have a factory OLED Gotek, and also as a full kit which includes the Gotek. I also sell just the Gotek PCB for your projects. Oh, and the external drive adapter you just saw. A link to my eBay store is in the description. Thanks for watching, friends, and we'll see you on the next one.